Welcome to Brummieboaters Vlogmas. We'll be looking at some history of the canals, some history of Birmingham, and some other cool stuff as we go through the month. Day 1, Monument Lane Basin. Located on the new mainline canal, in between the city centre and Icknield Port Loop, Monument Lane Basin is easily missed. In 1853, it's recorded that the first station was built here, and it was called Edgbaston. However, no trains stopped at this platform. It was merely a ticketing station. The problem with New Street Station a bit further down the line, which was the main station, was that there was a public right-of-way that ran through the middle of the station, meaning there were no ticket barriers. So by building this station here, it allowed them to have that last line of defence against the fare dodgers. In 1874, the name was changed to Monument Lane, which is interesting because there wasn't a Monument Lane nearby. There was Monument Road, but there wasn't a Monument Lane. In the early 1880s, there was a plan that enlarged the coal wharf, which ran along that side of the mainline canal, and linked it into the canal system. This transshipment basin is where we're based and where we're looking at today. However, the big problem was there was a station just here, and they had to move the station to make it link into the canal, to make it easier for boats to navigate in and link into the coal wharf. In 1886, they demolished this station, built this wharf, and opened the new station just on the other side of the main road there. Today, there's little evidence of this other station, but if you look closely, you'll notice that there's one last remnant and one reminder of the station that used to be here. But back to the modern day, I first used this area for stand-up paddleboarding and kayaking sessions, and now I use it to turn my boat around in. But I've always wondered what it was used for. It seems a bit strange, and I noticed the badges and the marks on the side of the bricks. To reach the area by foot, you have to go through the back of a housing estate that, to be fair, is quite rough, through some derelict land. Various community projects have tried but not succeeded to resurrect this land. And then you pop out in the basin. There's been lots of interest in reusing this land for development, but because it's so close to the railway, it's not allowed. So one thing that some people don't know about this bridge is that it's a rather grand cable tray, and underneath these grates just here are loads of fibre optic cables that carry the data for the internet and the World Wide Web into the city centre. One thing that's really evident on this bridge are the wear marks caused by the ropes that connected the horses to the boats. And these ones were made as the horses came up the bridge towards the city and the boats were dragging behind, and they'd create these wear marks, some of which are really quite deep along here. So how do they create wear marks? So the wear marks are caused by the ropes that connected the horses to the boats, and as they went along the towpath they gathered bits of dirt, bits of grit, bits of sand, and essentially became one big piece of sandpaper file that used to catch on the sides and wear it down. But when you think about it, a piece of rope with a bit of sand in, it's going to take a lot of ropes falling into that one spot. So once a groove was created, I'm sure all those ropes would have followed straight into there. And there we have it, a brief history of Monument Lane Basin. Perhaps if you go past next time, you'll have a closer look. Join us tomorrow for the next edition of Vlogmas.